with the first pick.
Every June, we see the commissioner of the NBA walk up to the podium and announce the first pick of the NBA draft. So iconic for NBA fans because we know the offseason is coming. But in today's video, I'm going to be going over the last 12 NBA first overall picks and seeing who's the best and who are the worst. Let's get started. So starting at number 12, I have Anthony Bennett. I can't describe how bad this man Anthony Bennett is. I have Bennett finishing last over a player that never played a game in the NBA yet. This man was taken first overall in 2013 by the Cleveland Cavaliers. No NBA reporter had Anthony going higher than pick 5 in their mock drafts. Anthony played for 4 different teams in 4 years. He played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Toronto Raptors, and the Brooklyn Nets. All these teams just gave up on him because they saw zero potential in this man. He spent a lot of time in the G League, and now he's playing overseas in Turkey for Fenerbahçe. He finished his NBA career averaging 4.2 points per game, 3 rebounds, and a half assist per game. At number 11, I have Paolo Banchero. In 2022, the Orlando Magic selected Paolo Banchero first overall. So I know Paolo has not played a game yet in his NBA career, but I see his potential being sky high. I have Paolo winning Rookie of the Year. Can't wait to see how his career plays out. At number 10, I have Markelle Fultz. With the first pick of the 2017 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers took Markelle Fultz. I had high hopes for Markelle when he was drafted out of Washington, but throughout his first couple seasons, he had shoulder issues. No one knew what was wrong with Markelle at the time, but his silky smooth jumper from college disappeared. He averaged 7.1 points per game, 3.1 rebounds, and 3.8 assists his rookie season. But at the trade deadline in 2019, Fultz was traded to Orlando. He played well, and he was looking like he was going to revive his career in Orlando till he tore his ACL in 2021. He missed most of the 2021-2022 season till he came back and averaged 10.8 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. Markelle, I believe, will be a great role player, but he will not be living up to his number 1 overall potential. At number 9, I have Cade Cunningham. In the 2021 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons selected Cade Cunningham first overall. It's hard to rank him right now since he's only been in the league for 1 year, but he had a solid numbers his rookie year. He averaged 17.4 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game. He finished 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting. Cade had a rough start to his career, but throughout the season his numbers jumped. I have a lot of high hopes for him in the future, especially after how the Pistons drafted in the 2022 NBA draft. I can see Cade moving up the rankings in a couple seasons. At number 8, I have DeAndre Ayton. In 2018, the Phoenix Suns took DeAndre Ayton first overall. In Ayton's first NBA season, he averaged 16.3 points per game, 10.3 rebounds per game, and 2.1 assists, but placed 3rd in the Rookie of the Year votings behind Trae Young and Luka Doncic. DeAndre Ayton never got the hype until CP3 got to Phoenix. His breakout year was in the 2020-2021 season when he put up 17.2 points per game, 10.2 rebounds per game, and 1.4 assists. After the Suns' playoff run in 2021, Ayton was up for his rookie contract extension, which the Suns were not willing to give him. I have Ayton at 8, but in a couple years, if he performs the way he is now, I could see him moving up the list. So this offseason, is it possible we could see DeAndre Ayton on a different team? At number 7, I have Andrew Wiggins. In 2014, the Cleveland Cavaliers selected Andrew Wiggins with the first pick of the NBA draft, and then shipped Wiggins and the 2013 first overall pick Anthony Bennett to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love. Wiggins did win Rookie of the Year in 2014-15 and put up great numbers with 16.4 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, and 8.3 assists per game. Wiggins never really became that next generational player that everyone thought he was going to be. This past season, Wiggins finally became an all-star, but he was never on an all-NBA team or an all-NBA defensive team. But in the 2019-20 trade deadline, his career changed. He was traded from Minnesota to Golden State. In this recent NBA season, he did come out on top in winning an NBA championship. Wiggins had a breakout Game 5 of the finals when he had 26 points. So there are flashes of his potential still left for us to see, but at this point he's better off being a role player. But congrats to Wiggins for winning the championship. At number 6, I have John Wall. In the 2010 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards selected John Wall with the first pick of the draft. After a solid rookie year averaging 16.4 points per game, 4.6 rebounds per game, and 8.3 assists per game, he lost the Rookie of the Year to Blake Griffin. After 9 seasons with the Wizards, he was selected to 1 All-NBA team and was on 5 All-Star teams. Since 2017, John Wall was injured throughout every season after that, only playing 41 games, the most out of those last 5 seasons. In the summer of 2019, John tore his Achilles and had to miss the entire 2019-20 season. During the 2020 NBA offseason, Wall was traded to Houston for Russell Westbrook. He played a total of 40 games that year, and the Rockets set him out for the rest of the year and the entire 2021-2022 season. But when this video is being recorded, reports that Wall and the Rockets are working out a buyout, and he's projected to land in LA and play for the Clippers. Let's hope we can see some glimpses of prime John Wall next year. Oh, and I almost forgot. There was a song made after John. At number 5, I have Ben Simmons. In 2016, the Philadelphia 76ers drafted Ben Simmons number 1 out of LSU. Ben was dealing with a foot injury, so he did not play at all that first season. But in 2017-18 season, he won the NBA Rookie of the Year, averaging 15.8 points per game, 8.1 rebounds per game, and 8.2 assists per game. Ben made All-NBA Defensive Team 2 times and made an All-NBA Team selection once. Ben played well over the next couple seasons until he started to date Kendall Jenner, in which we all know the Kardashian curse is real. Simmons would continue to miss the entire 2021-2022 season with not wanting to be in Philadelphia anymore and having personal issues. During the trade deadline this past season, Ben was traded to the Nets for James Harden. The Nets ended up making the playoffs, but still Ben did not play after reports saying that there would be a chance he would make his season debut in the playoffs. But the Nets missed his defense, and I am excited to see what type of impact he makes next year. Now, many people may think that I put this man high already, but I have Zion Williamson at 4. The New Orleans Pelicans took Zion number 1 overall in the NBA draft. Zion missed out on the Rookie of the Year to Ja Morant, but in my opinion, if he would have played the entire season, I believe he would have won the Rookie of the Year, after averaging 22.5 points per game, 6.3 rebounds per game, and 2.1 assists. This man is just way too dominant for me to not put him this high on the list. Zion scored 362 points in his first 15 games of his career. In his first NBA game, he had a rough 5 points and 4 turnovers in the first 3 quarters, but he came out balling in the fourth, with 17 straight points in the fourth quarter, while being 4 for 4 from 3-point range in the losing effort to the Spurs. But if you haven't seen this man recently, he is ready to play basketball after missing all last year due to injury. At number 3, I have Karl-Anthony Towns. With the first pick of the 2015 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves selected Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl did win Rookie of the Year, averaging 18.3 points per game, 10.4 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game. Cat has been on 2 All-NBA teams and has 2 All-Star selections. After making the playoffs in 2018, Cat didn't make the playoffs till this past season versus the Grizzlies. He averaged 21.8 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, 2.2 assists, and 2 blocks per game. But being a star player, those are not the numbers you want to see. You want your star player putting up more points and carrying more of the load. But now after this experience, I can see Cat playing with a chip on his shoulder and seeing an MVP type player next season. At number 2, I have Kyrie Irving. In 2011, Kyrie was selected first overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers. He won Rookie of the Year, averaging 18.5 points per game, 3.7 rebounds per game, and 5.4 assists per game. Kyrie had a good couple underrated seasons in the league when the Cavs were not good at all. But he had a highlight clip of him dropping Brandon Knight during All-Star Weekend and hitting a game-winning 3 versus Toronto. But his talent really showed when LeBron came back to Cleveland. Kyrie played well in his first playoff run, averaging 19 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, and 3.8 assists per game, and then went down with a knee injury in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. He came back ready to play the next year after hitting one of the clutchest shots in NBA history in Game 7 of the NBA Finals to surge the Cavs to their first NBA championship. But my only problem with Kyrie is his loyalty, saying that he wanted to stay in Boston and then he left. But recently he was reported to leave the Nets, but he just opted into his 2022-2023 player option. Lastly, in 2012, I have the New Orleans Hornets selecting Anthony Davis being the best number 1 overall pick since 2010. Anthony Davis lost the Rookie of the Year to Damian Lillard in the 2012-2013 season, but Davis had an injury issue his entire career. But when he's on the court, he's one of the most dominant players in the league. After putting up 13.5 points per game, 8.2 rebounds per game, and 1 assist per game, his numbers climbed every year. The Hornets and then the Pelicans never had a great roster around Anthony Davis, but being on an All-NBA team 4 times, 4 All-Defensive teams, and an All-Star MVP and winning an Olympic gold medal are great accomplishments. He led the Pelicans to the playoffs in 2015, which they lost to the Warriors in the first round. Then in 2018, the Pelicans made it to the playoffs as the 5th seed, led by Davis, swept the Blazers, and then lost to the Warriors again. In the following season, Anthony Davis comes out and says he wants out of New Orleans. The Pelicans cut his minutes the next season, and he ends up getting traded next offseason. The Lakers won the championship against the Heat, and AD had a great finals, averaging 25 points per game, 10.7 rebounds per game, 3.2 assists per game, 2 blocks, and 1.2 steals. Great numbers, and how the way he was playing, he was in contention for Finals MVP, and then LeBron stole it from him. But at the end of it all, so far, if AD can stay healthy and play great like how we are used to seeing him, he's a top player in this league. Leave a comment down below if you think any players should be moved around. Social media links are in the description, and go check out the podcast I started. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.